off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready? You ready? Check. You know. Let him know. Let him know. Under 21. 80 weapons. 20 seconds.
Brees now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 78 yards, and the Saints have taken the early lead. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, the veteran, Ted Ginn. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, look at the juke. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Brees now. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll...
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now on 2nd and 16, Breeze. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point Pender.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Ginn. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Three buzz.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Ready. You ready? You're good. My fool. Ready. Here's the part of this. Tonight.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety Jamal Adams.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. That'll bring up second down.
Check, 47. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only with...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Touchdown, New Orleans! Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. And normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So
he's got a man, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, 76 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. Extra point safely through. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Brees now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Brees. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Come off the ball. Check 9, check 9.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now a first down carry by Jones. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Single in the slot, Hey, seam 6. Rush in.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
Ready. Yellow lady. Watch the flag.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
It's run.
Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there out of Kamara, 42 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They'll run it with Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Come get some.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 22-yard scamper. And the Saints are pouring it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns has got him in the lead. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
A give to Jones. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now it's Trubisky, and that'll be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On second down, it's Jones, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Come on, 180! 47. Drop deep, drop deep.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Completion left side to Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Listen, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
The extra point up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
41. Bears 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He spins free. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their own 21.
Kill. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
On play action. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second and 12, Breeze. He's going to air it out deep for Matthew. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
You draw forward.
At the 10-yard line.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now Trubisky on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
We got 3rd and 6.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. He juked him. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. And he's got a Bears touchdown. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdown. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
On the fake extra point. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. 59. Who that?
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They'll go again to Jones. And there is is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The give is to Jones. Finding some room at midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Well, they call a run on 3rd and a mile. Not only do they convert, but they tack on some yards at the end of it, too.
They went against what anyone would think would be a tendency, which is you're going to throw the ball on 3rd and a mile, right? But instead they decide to run the...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop. Trubisky will throw, and he's taken down here by the Saints. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
That's 20 goons and ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bed and do yoga, then baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We don't run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Ties burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave win. Now it's time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, back. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please.